everyone, my name is Areli, bienvenidos a mi canal. I am a full-time third-year Management Information Systems student. I enjoy making videos bi-weekly about productivity, navigating life as a first-gen student, and vlogs of my day-to-day life. As many of you know, I'm a part of 2 clubs on campus. I have 2 jobs on campus as well, and I am a part of many extracurriculars. On top of that, I take 5 courses. You're probably wondering, Areli, how do you still have the time to do your hobbies and manage your time? And that is through Notion. Notion, please sponsor me. Notion is a cool organizational tool where you can create planners, you can create pages, tables, as well as databases of any information that you want to keep. You can create relations within different tables so you can keep track of things automatically. I love a good notebook, I love a good planner, I love a good agenda. The thing with that is that it's hard to maintain a clean space, specifically for me. Like, I always make changes, updates, delete, and I need something that can constantly be customizable, and I think Notion really offers the best of both worlds, as well as add my own aesthetics, making it pretty, making it nice, but also having something that's like the bare bones. This is what I need to do to get organized in a way that's systematic so I can do it efficiently, with ease, and honestly in a way that doesn't burden me, especially because I'm a student and I already have so much on my plate. The least of my concern is manually do things when I can just have my Notion automatically create a new table or entry, whatever. Health has just completely improved ever since using Notion, because I've been able to not stress about remembering things when I always have things on my Notion so I can always refer back to it. I don't know what I would do without her, because Notion and Google Calendar are my absolute faves. If any of you guys have any recommendations for organizational tools that you're currently using, please let me know. Specifically anything related to like group projects. Trying to find ways to optimize productivity. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a little tour of my Notion setup. Let's get right into the tour, and I'll show you guys my Notion setup and how I use it to optimize my my time and my productivity. So as you all can see, this is my Notion workspace, as I like to call it. So as you can see, I have this cool cover that I made. Pretty simple. I just went on Pinterest, and the thing with Notion is rather than uploading or downloading a picture, you can add the link. You just copy the image address, paste it on here, and you can easily just upload an image. I know it's not the highest quality. I'm not sure why. It's probably because of the dimensions of the Notion background. Here we have a Miffy. Really cute. I actually just looked for a background remover, and I removed the background and added it as like an icon. And then I titled it My 2025, just because this is how I'm organizing my year, how I'm organizing my life, and you never know, that might change. Yeah, I have a quote here. Remind yourself that you are loved, you're intelligent, you're abundant, you're worthy, you're beautiful, needed, and you're successful, and you're exactly where you need to be right now. Because sometimes in life we have negative thoughts. What matters is what you believe about yourself. But without further ado, I'm gonna dive deeper into this. Here we have my kind of just like table of contents, I would say. Here I have just what's personal. I have all my assignments in one entire database, and I have them separated or grouped. You can have filters, so I have them filtered by well, one due date and another is by courses. So here I have my accounting class, all my assignments. Here I have my human resource class. I do have to update this to keep track of everything, and then due dates as well. You can also create reminders of dates coming up, so you can put remind here, a day before, 2 days before. This is really helpful, especially when you get notifications on your phone. You can connect it to your phone and you can receive notifications of when your exam is coming up, because I know Canvas, as much as it's like the most popular tool for I guess keeping track of your courses, I don't think it is the best. I highly think, I honestly don't know why our school uses Canvas. Like, there are way better tools out there, I'm sure. If not, maybe I'll create one. But as you can see, they don't really have notifications, so I would just remind myself here on my Notion of specific dates. So here's my exam, I already have this one. So I'm notified a week before this exam, so I know to start studying, or at least to like, you know, lock in, you know, take everything out, take all your assignments and have this here. It's a really good tool. And this is also connected to my courses, but I'll kind of explain that later on. So here I also have a wish list on my Notion. So I have different categories. I have one for self-care, university, tech, apparel, accessories, and I have different priorities, one being urgent, needed, and want. Urgent, need, and want. So a new item, if I ever feel like I want to add a new item. But yeah, I've had these jeans like in my wish list now, I'm not kidding you, for like 2 months, and I was debating whether or not to buy them, but I was just trying to see, let me wait like a couple weeks and see if I still think about it, and I was still thinking about these jeans. So I ended up buying them. Here I can just look at the price, and I can look at how much I've saved, and it basically tells me, you can create a function or an equation to see your progress or how much you need in order to buy it, which is pretty cool. I saw a video, I'll attach the video of how I made this, just because there is a formula. You just round, divide, save by price times 100, and then you divide that by 100. Pretty cool. So yeah, this is a cool way to keep track of your wish list, which I highly recommend you guys make one, because sometimes in life we're just like, oh, I really want to buy this, I really want to buy this, but we kind of just need to be financially savvy and wait until we have the right amount of money, until we have money left over. But without further ado, I also have my finance. Here is my savings, my checkings. I need to update this. I'm gonna blur some stuff because, yeah, I don't want y'all to see what I'm spending my money on, but this is kind of just like my current monthly summary of how I'm spending my money. And then I have my career planner. So I recently made this because I felt like I've just had a lot of I just have a lot on my plate when it comes to what exactly I want to do with my career, what tools I need, what skills, and kind of just keeping track of my job applications, my internships, as well as other extracurriculars. So as you can see, it's a pretty minimalist setup. I have a Pomodoro. Also, I don't like this background. I thought I had changed it, so just be sure, you know, you can change your backgrounds to your Pomodoro. These, by the way, are like these are embedded. So what you can do is look up a Pomodoro Notion widget, and I think there's a popular one. Yeah, so there's tons out there. All you do is copy the link and you just put /embed and it'll pop up, and you can customize it. So that's what I really love, so it can fit this like blue aesthetic that I have. Canva's a really cool tool because I know Notion is low-key kind of limited in certain things that you can do. So I like to customize it, and making like borders on Canva, you just gotta know the dimensions, and that's pretty much it. And I like adding text on top of it. So here I have my learning resources. As you can see, I have just data visualization tools, Excel, SQL, project management, Python, statistics, web development. So these are just like resources for specific tools and like skills that I need to work on. And then my learning tools, which I have a data camp, because our school is providing us data camp for free for one of my courses, which is really cool. Applications, as you can see, is blank because I haven't been applying. I am working right now, mind you, but I have not had the opportunity to apply to any other jobs. And then internships, same here, I'm working on that. Please don't hate me. And then here for extracurriculars is one of my clubs, so I just have a little page there. And then mentorship here, I love to keep track of my mentorship, just because sometimes you're given assignments, and I love keeping track of like the conversations we have, the advice that I get, and making sure that I'm getting the most out of my internship and not just, oh, okay, I'm just not gonna reflect on what I learned the day of. So I love keeping notes, and I make sure to have those dates in mind make sure to set up dates for when we decide to reschedule, or when we decide to schedule another meeting. And so this is just a way to keep track of my meetings with my mentors. Here I have scribbles, which are basically random miscellaneous notes of informational interviews, other opportunities that I've heard of, projects that I'm working on. So I'm definitely gonna make this more of like a project-based table where I include like projects that I'm working on. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm probably gonna make that a separate. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make that separate. Here it's kind of messy, but I have like specific career fields that I'm interested in. And I just like to add details of like what exactly these careers entail, as well as books, because I think books are good. Really love reading books as a way to learn. And then here I have just a GitHub resource and then this data science roadmap. And then for my tools here, I have recipes. I have all my recipes in a database because this is honestly the best way to keep track of like how you want to meal prep. And I also have ratings for all the different meals that I've made. Some of them need to be updated. I know this one I haven't made an image for that one. But yeah, I love keeping track of my meals this way. And yeah, I would highly recommend that and you can even categorize them. So breakfast, 5 stars, recipes to test, and then just the table version of it. So I highly recommend that you make like a meal, a recipe, whatever, recipe, Notion, yep. And then here I have my content planner. This I recently made, which is kind of using a Kanban board to track my progress. As you can see, I have my Notion tour, which is I'm currently filming. And then I have a couple of video ideas that I want to work on, such as applying to internships, decorating my room, my top 10 study tips, Python and SQL, and then just first-gen tips for college. Here I also keep track of my skincare because if you know, I'm struggling with skincare and I just love to keep track of how like different products react to my skin, and so this is something that I enjoy personally. I just keep miscellaneous notes, things that are kind of just unstructured, just out there, things that I just wanted to put out there without really that don't really have a category in specific, so I'm probably gonna organize that better. It's just a bunch of like word vomit and word dumps, so yeah. And then here I have my hobbies. So I'm trying to travel more here. I just love to kind of organize all my trips. So here I have Mexico, Sequoia National Park, Lake Tahoe, Yosemite National Park, and then Puerto Rico because I want to go to Puerto Rico. Full widget of a weather widget, so I just can keep track of the weather, and then as well as like a clock, just sometimes you lose track of time. My kind of just to-do list that I made, and I have added various filters to help me out. So these are things that are due today. These are tasks in general that I have on my to-do list, like recording this video if possible, and then I categorize it by personal, HSBA, which is my club, academic, or work, and then I prioritize it as low priority, medium, or top priority, and the due date as the due date as well. So yeah. And then I also embedded a cool playlist in case, sometimes I want to do all these tasks, listen to music. I have some background music, very convenient. Instead of opening a new Spotify tab, I have it already at my disposal. And then on top of that, I have important dates and deadlines. So this is a cool way. So there's a really cool way to embed your Google Calendar onto Notion. I can probably show the video and attach it to my the description. So this here is like the real-time events for my Google Calendar. So anytime I want to update it, it will sync with this one, which is really cool. You're able to create different calendars based off different categories. I have one for tasks, school, personal, meetings, events. And essentially this is how I keep track of everything because I'm a very busy student. I have different categories for each thing that I do. And yeah. So I have that sync up with my Notion setup, so everything is always up to date, and I can always make customizations and keep track of what I'm doing. Also, this is my cat. I don't know what she's doing. Nina. Okay, well anyway, she's scaring me. But here I can also create a note. So sometimes when I'm looking at my calendar or when I need to make like a last minute update, I try to make a note of that. And that kind of syncs up with the notes page here, which is really cool. And then here I just have a song that I want to play. I don't know, it's just like a background song. And then here it's already connected to my finance, so I have these little tabs that can connect to some of the categories that I have, some of the pages that I have, which is pretty cool. And for academics, I love to keep track of my courses. Here I have all my courses for the semester: human resource, business statistics, database management, systems analysis and design, and I took a political science course, Intro to California Government, and I'm also taking managerial accounting. So this is a way for me to keep track of all my courses and all the assignments that I have this week, and all my assignments in general. But I don't really use all of my assignments, prefer to use the this week one. And yeah, this is a way to keep track of all your professors' emails, your office hours, instructors, their name, their room number, the term, and any assignments, and any miscellaneous notes as well, such as like the grade, the grading, and any exam notes. And one cool thing that I've added to my Notion is a habit tracking and vision. So this is a way to keep track of your habits. So this was last Sunday, this is today. So as you can see, I haven't really been consistent with my habits lately, but I'm trying to work on that. Creating content, I've done that already. Make bed, I did that already. Affirmations, I've done that already. Saving money, well, I'm trying to save money, so I would say yes. And then skincare, we washed our face. Vitamins, I haven't taken my vitamins. And then, yeah. So just like things like this, like, okay, making sure to complete these habits and then also keeping track of them has been great and really helpful lately. And it also resets every week, so you don't have to kind of just have thousands of pages open. So it's pretty much automated, and I'll link the tutorial for that in the description. So yeah, this is essentially my Notion setup. That's pretty much all I have. If you do have any study tools that you guys use or that you would recommend, write them down in the comments. Write those in the comments. Thank you all for joining me and seeing my Notion tutorial / Notion setup, and I'll see you guys in the next video.